Alright, this is video 2, and in this video I am going to teach you the lightning bolt as a pattern for your Zentangle, and I'm also going to teach you the spider web. Okay, I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to take a look at my art that I've started, and I'm going to look for a nice place for my spider web. Spider web, you know, starts kind of like with a dot in the middle, but in your art the dot doesn't always have to be in the middle. So I'm actually going to put it off to the side. Tiny little dot that I am going to draw lines from that dot all the way through my artwork. And if you've already watched video 1, you already know about the moonwalk. Well, in order to make the spider web, you're going to do the same thing. You're actually going to make a moonwalk. Now, I probably will turn my paper as I work. Hopefully that will help you see. I'm just going to pick a place to start, and I'm going to pretend I'm this tiny little spider, and I am going to jump from line to line, kind of like the moonwalk. It is easier sometimes to turn your paper. The other thing you can remember is that you're doing the moonwalk, and every time you are jumping up, you're going to jump towards the middle. I could do it this way and go all the way down and up this shape, and I could turn my paper and I could pretend I'm this tiny little spider jumping towards the middle of the spider web. A lot of people get the idea of how to do the spider web, but sometimes they don't turn out exactly how they want it to. Let me show you an example. If I have the start of my spider web, some of my students like to do the moonwalk and jump away from the center, and that is still the moonwalk. But for the spider web, it's going the wrong direction and looks like a flower. If you accidentally do this, don't panic, because it is also a pattern recognized as a Zentangle. So although it doesn't look like a spider web, I still did the same movements, just the wrong direction. Alright, so I could continue this and finish it, but in this video I also want to show you how to do the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt is simply one lightning bolt with kind of like lines on both sides, almost like an echo. So I'm going to look for another spot for a lightning bolt, and this one looks good. I'm going to do top to bottom here and then let it echo on both sides. And in order to make a lightning bolt, I'm going to start at the top and end at the bottom with a simple zigzag. Now, that looks great, but it's not quite a lightning bolt yet. So I'm going to actually start at the same spot here and end at the spot here, but I'm going to move over just a little bit, but I'm going to make sure I end at the same spot. So I will color this in. Looks like my marker's starting to go dry. Make sure you have a good Sharpie, a good marker, a good pen. It just gets really hard when things start to go dry. Okay, so let's say I've got that all colored in. The next thing I would do would be make my echo, which is easy to just follow the shape of my lightning bolt and just with each line move over just a little bit. So eventually this is all going to turn into stripes. So let me start a little bit on this side so you can see what it'll look like on this side. There's a little more activity with all these zigzags. And you will see that it's going to echo this way, just like I did here. Lightning bolt in the middle, echoes on both sides. Spiderweb right there.